So we're going to sit and stitch on Mother of Dragon. You won't be able to see my stitches all that much. You'll see me stitching, obviously. I'll be stitching a tower today. We'll see how we go. Take that scarf off. Put my glasses on the top of my head. Now hopefully this works okay again. I'm just going to start stitching while I wait for people to join, if they join, obviously. Now, if you can't hear me very well, please let me know, because I noticed on the end of my last live, my sound cut off a little bit. I think it was because I had my finger on the actual mic, but obviously as I turn my head away, the sound will get a little bit quieter anyway, but I do want you guys to be able to hear me if I'm nattering with you all. Alright, so let's get stitching. I don't know the ruling on music being played in the background when doing lives. I did tell myself I need to check it, but to potentially have a little bit of music playing in the background while I'm stitching for the quiet moments. Not sure what is allowed. I'll research it for the next one. Obviously I am stitching my Mother of Dragon 1/1 full cross on 25 count. Now is my chat fill, all messages. Welcome to live chat. Dragon by Alexander V. Bach. The Haid. Full cross 25 count easy guide. We are currently sat at 43.84%. And today I have done 191 stitching. I have been over to my mum's for dinner, so, and I also did a little bit of a puzzle earlier. Might have a little bit of wobblage because I've got my stand resting on top of a plastic box container, because my bed's a little bit high, and I don't know if you watched on my last live, I haven't quite got my bedroom sorted yet, so I'm currently still sat on the bed doing my stitching. The bed's a bit high, but I'll go with it. What are we all stitching on today? Hi Cece. Oh, that's a lot of highs. Hi, 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 hi. You doing with that? What? I'm stitching, cross stitching. Yeah, basically there's a pattern in front of me showing me each little individual stitch and what colour needs to go in it. And this is what I'm doing. This is her face. And there is a dragon, but I'll show that at the end. Oh, you can just see my puzzle in the background as well. Let's move you over here a little bit. Oh, a bit too much. There we go. My lives will go back to normal at some point next year. And I don't know whether it will work because of my internet issues. So that kind of thing might end up being a pre-record. But we'll see. See how we go. This will do for now. Once I get and buy some more material, some more electronics to help along the way, like Wi-Fi boosters and things like that. We can go a bit fancier. So for now, it's just box standard live. Let's mark those stitches off. Next colour is that one. Hi B Crafts. It is Mother of Dragons. We're not quite halfway. We're getting there slowly. I believe this is the only one I'm doing full cross at the moment. Or I might have restarted my Black Cat bookshelf and started that with full cross. I can't remember, it was a while ago. As you know, my Deep Blue Sea one is 10th stitch, so it goes a little bit quicker. But I'm enjoying doing full cross at the moment, so we're going to stick with this one for as long as I can. Preferably till I finish it, but you know what I'm like. I say I'm going to just stick on one thing and then I end up pulling others out. Not a lot of thread on there, so I'm going to end that one. End that piece of thread because I don't play chicken. When it gets to a certain length, I end it. So we did that one, that one. Did we do that? No. That one. That's it. I want to continue that colour. 3787. Oh dear. Now I know some of you are logged on and watching me. Stuart, for example. Hopefully you made it and are enjoying the snooker. Stuart invited me to his Stitchy Day next year, which I'm looking forward to. I was going to go to one of his Stitchy Days at the beginning of the year. No, it wasn't the beginning of the year, stop lying. Trying to think when it was. About a month ago, 2 months maybe. But obviously with my relationship breakup, I had a lot going on, so I had to cancel last minute, unfortunately. In fact, I think it was a couple of months ago. But yeah, he messaged me and invited me to his next one in February, which I look forward to. I think he said it was 10 till 3 or 4, something like that. Just a few hours. It's not a whole day event. Not a sleepover type retreat. It's just a Stitchy Day. I want to say it's Louth. My memory's terrible. Could be wrong. My brain is still a little bit tired from the weekend, I think. I went away to London just to go and see the Christmas lights. Had a wander around Winter Wonderland, went in the ice bar, things like that. And then I was meant to just stay on the Friday night, sorry. And then Oliver's parents messaged and asked if we fancied going to watch the Human League, which is a 80s band group, whatever you want to call them. And it was in Birmingham, so instead of travelling back to Boston on the Saturday, we ended up travelling to Birmingham. stayed overnight. Obviously went and watched Human League, and their supporting acts were T'Pau and Sophie Ellis-Bextor, which was brilliant. All of them absolutely amazing. First music-y kind of concert that I've been to. I've been to shows, as you all know, but yeah, a proper music like concert. It's the first one I've attended, and that was good fun. After many blips along the way, train cancellations and things like that because of the wind over here. Yeah, it was fun. Finally got back yesterday, early evening. Sorry, one sec. 1, 2. Oh, what we're doing there? 1, 2. That's right. So yeah, I got back early yesterday evening, and I've not really done all that much. I've been recovering because the last couple of days, as fun as it's been, really took it out of me. I'm not used to doing all that walking and being out all that time, but it's definitely worth it. But I'm on recovery mode now. So yeah, that was my weekend. I promised I would do a live today, so here I am. Obviously I didn't manage to get another one done last week like I hoped, but I'm here today. It's the main thing. There's a cat in the background. Does anyone know which cat that is? Can you guess, or do you know? I've been thinking again about my TikToks. I am going to try and do a live TikTok. It's going to be this same format. Literally just plonk you on my stand while I'm stitching. I'm going to give that one a go tomorrow, I think. Or potentially after this one. We'll see how late it is when I get done with this tower. Might just want to chill. Do some more of my puzzle. Slowly getting back into my hobbies. I've missed my hobbies. That's that one. Oopsie daisy. Feel free to like and share to get people involved. Let people know that we're here. I would do it, but I'll probably press the wrong button and end the live. It's a little bit earlier than what I did the last live on, so if there is any interference on Wi-Fi wise, I'll know for the future to do it a little bit later. Because here, what is the time? It is 7:20 in the evening, so yeah, I feel like you might get a bit of interference. People leaving work and stuff, going out for their teas. That's that one. But it's all trial and error. What's that one? 1, 2. That one? No. 2, 3. I've got 3 there. I feel like I've gone wrong somewhere. I have. That shouldn't be 3 stitches. to. That's it. Easy fix. Just one stitch wrong. We caught it nice and early. So yeah, what else have I been up to? Yeah, London, Birmingham. Pretty much it. I've not really done all that much. My usual darts on a Tuesday night. Yeah. Just trying to get back to my normal, chirpy, healthy self. Well, not healthy. Never 100% healthy, but... Haven't got any major plans coming up. I am just going to be at home, stitching, puzzling, watching TV, looking after my cats, and slowly getting the flat how I want it. Obviously go out and do my darts and stuff. So yeah, not really got much left to update on about, really. Rather boring. Well, I'll have to look into music things, play some music in the background. I wouldn't have it blasting, it would only be lightly in the background. I don't want to be talking over loud music. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's just my cat using the litter tray. I did also notice on my last live you can hear traffic, so I hope it's not too loud and bothersome. Try and get some of those noise cancelling screens for my windows. I need to get some blackout curtains as well. We are looking forward to Christmas. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Where's that going to go? Not many. One can be ended. 839. Next colour, 779. feel free, by the way, guys, to give me pointers on how you would like these lives to be. Whether you would rather be, I feel like some people would prefer to be up close to the stitching anyway, but just give me a few pointers of what I could do to fill the silences maybe, or yeah, just advice or suggestions. I've been very much welcome. Now that I can make a real good go of this floss tubing, I would rather give the people what they want. I'm going to nick this one. No, I'm not, because there's not a lot of it. There you go. Royal Rose, stealing the thread from a previous dungeon just to fill in the bottom of this tower instead of starting a new thread. So many little tweaks you can do with Royal Rose, but still be doing the basics of Royal Rose. I could have started a new thread because it is needed below, in the dungeon below this tower, but sometimes you just can't be bothered to get that new thread. And when it's only 3 or 4 stitches, it's easier sometimes just to borrow a thread. That's it, thread borrowed. Now I can put it back where I got it from. No one will ever know, apart from you guys. Is that colour done with? Now let's do 645. I'm just going to move you a second. I'll just start this one over here. Actually, no, I'll start it down here because then it'll get anchored down there. I've got quite a few threads started and finished at the right, so with this one, I've got a little gap going on. You can maybe just about see, but there's a gap, a strip downwards. So this bit of thread will get anchored down with the stitches above it. Just saves wasting 20 odd stitches worth of thread. I don't normally mind, but I've got plenty of layover threads at the side there. Again, just do what feels right. There's no wrong or right way of doing things. As long as it's comfortable for you and it looks right for you, that's all that matters. Royal Rose for me is just a little blueprint of a simpler way of doing it. Go back to basics and then just tweak it as and when you feel like it. And if you go too far ahead with tweaking it and get overwhelmed, just go back to the basics again. I sometimes get a bit carried away with myself, become a little bit of a rebel, and then draw it back again when it gets overwhelming. But I feel like doing these 200 stitches at a time in that one tower is just more achievable than, I don't know, 200 stitches here, there and everywhere all over the pattern. Everyone's different, everyone's got their own way, which is more than okay. This is just my way. my comfort zone on how to do my stitching. I mean, my Mirabilia one, she's not done in Royal Rose. She's just stitched with whatever colour I feel like doing at the time. So it's whatever you feel comfortable stitching on whichever piece. Everybody's different in their own way. Sorry about that noise, if you can hear that. Someone seems to think they can get somewhere quicker by revving and making noise. Super traffic. It's another reason why I feel like a little bit of soft music in the background might be handy for these lives, these types of lives at least. Just so you're not listening to constant traffic noises in the background. Let's see. Like I say, if there is any kind of wobblage going on, it is literally because the stand is not firmly planted on the floor. It's on top of a storage box. I feel like it might have a slight bounce going on. It's not affecting me and my stitching though, so. Thank you, Celia. I just saw you have shared my live. Bless you. My notification came up at the top. Don't know if my chat's not working or people are just not in the chatty mood. If you're not, that's fine. It's all good. I can chat for us both. Obviously, if there is a problem with the chat, somebody feel free to message me privately on Messenger. I should get the notification through because it did just show me a notification where Celia has just shared the live. Bless you. Thank you very much. More than happy just to continue waffling along. I just want to make sure I'm not ignoring people and you think that there's an issue. Because there's not been a chat come up for a while. See, there's 15 of you about. Do I have a little play or should I just leave it? I don't want to tempt fate, so I think I'm just going to leave it for now. But as I say, if anybody has commented and it doesn't appear to have come through, or it looks like it's come through but I've ignored you, just private message me because I will have responded if I'd have seen a comment. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I go on people's lives and I comment and they don't respond to it, it bugs me. I understand people that have got like thousands of people that are there, but when you've only got, I don't know, say 30 people that's joined you, I don't see why you should be ignoring people's comments. Let's have a look. Celia. There is chat going on, not much though. Yeah, I think the last one I can see is from B Crafts asking if it's Mother of Dragons. That's my last chat. Celia, she's messaging me on Messenger at the moment. I was bewildered that you were being a rebel. I'm allowed to be a rebel. And I think you're the one that came up with the term rebel. It was either you or Joyce. 3860. So yeah, that's the last chat that I can see on mine, asking if it's Mother of Dragons. Right, let's close that window back down, if it'll let me. Sort of. I'm going to move these threads at the back because they have been anchored down now. And all they're doing is getting in my way. I love this noise. And don't worry, it's not ripping my fabric because I twist as I pull it through. I feel like if you do just yank the snag nabbit straight through to the back, you could potentially cause some damage to the fabric. But I twist as I'm pulling it through. It just snags those threads and pulls it to the back. Alright, are we going down with this one again? I think I am. Get that anchored down. Did I park that last side? Must have done. 1, 2. Yep. What are we doing? Nearly didn't finish across. Nice to see you too, Sylvia. Thanks for letting me know that everything seems to be working all good. And I'll see you again soon. Joe has sent me a photo, but I don't know if I can open it. Hang on. Let me get my other. I'm greedy, I have 2 phones. One for Zooming and one for just my phone, which is what you guys are on now. But my Zoom phone, what have I done with it? Should be here somewhere. There it is. Let's see what Jojo had to show. Oh, okay. So, yes, thank you, Joe. There is more. I'm very, very sorry, people. Let me see what's going on with my chat because it's not showing the chat. Yes, that was Tigger, by the way. So just to show you guys, Joe sent me this, which is the chat, but this is what I can see. Let me see if it'll let me take a photo. Yep. So this is what I can see. So just bear with me 1 second. There's clearly something not quite right. Oh, there we go. I am so sorry, you guys. Let's scroll back up. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. Right, is that Mother of Dragon? Then we've got Celia. Hello. Hello and goodbye, Celia. I need to finish a Hade next year. B. Joe. Hi, everyone. Jojo. Cats and cross stitch. I'm alive. I was actually going to say, it popped in my head while I was stitching then. I haven't seen Jojo for a couple of days. Granted, I've been away for a couple of days. But I was on Zoom earlier with B. And yeah, she wasn't there, which was unusual. And what I was going to say was she was potentially maybe doing her own YouTube thing, fiddling around with another upload. So now I'm going to carry on scrolling through these comments so I can try and figure out what actually happened. I'm glad you're alive, Joe. Hi, Sylvie. If you're not here anymore, I am so sorry. I have not ignored people. Can't believe you got to see Tapao. She was brilliant. So good. So I'm going to tell you guys now, there's a lad called Oliver, who I've met and I have been seeing. He asked me to be his girlfriend. Um, so yeah, new beau. You may think it's quick, but it's not. My relationship with Jason was done many months ago. I'm happy. So anyway, Oliver's mum and stepdad are the ones that invited us to go to Birmingham because they had two people fall out. Not fall out, they dropped out of going because I think one of them was poorly and the other one didn't want to travel on their own or something like that. Anyway, so it was his mum and his stepdad that we met up with and went to go and watch the show with. And they have met Tapao. Is it Carol? I want to say it's Carol. I might be wrong. But anyway, they've met her numerous times. And the same with Human League. They go away most weekends to see 80s shows. They're going to see Human League again next year, twice so far. They've already got booked. They are massive 80s fans. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of happy memories to come in the future. But yeah, Tapao was amazing, and so was Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Human League. Um, what's that song in the Human League where she sings on her own? Her voice was amazing anyway. My memory's terrible. uh, what we got? Yeah, Jojo, you know my cats so well. It was Tigger. Azam Talent. Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you. DIN, Dine. Hello. Sean, hi. Good to see you again too. I'm sorry if you commented that ages ago. I don't know what happened with the chat. B, have you done a question session before, like how you got into cross stitching, what's your favourite artists, etc.? No, I haven't. So that can potentially be something that I do on the next live. Denise Denk, hello. I love the piece you're working on. It's coming along beautifully. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. Now, there's a comment here from, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to translate. Will it let me translate? No, so I'm not going to be able to respond to that, I'm afraid. Hi, Patty. Good afternoon to you. Good evening for me. Celia, oh my God, you're being a rebel. Yeah, I was. Patty, I'm trying to stay warm. Yeah, same here. I've had to take my scarf off because, yeah, I'm getting a bit warmer. But yeah, I have a jumper, hoodie. Hello from Canada. Hello. Joe, I send you a picture of your chat. You did, thank you. Patty, are you doing full cross? I came in late. I am doing full cross, yes. Full cross on 25 count, easy guide. Joe, Ali, you will be happy to know I'm back stitching on my Hades. Yay! For those that don't know, Joe, we like to call Joe our super speeder stitcher. She does a lot of like the mirrors and lady type things. I can't think what they're called. You'll have to refresh my memory. But yeah, she does a lot of the smaller pieces. Well, you call them smaller pieces, but they're still quite big. But yeah, anyway, she was doing Hades and then she got roped into doing other people's Hades that shouldn't maybe have started doing Hades if they weren't going to finish them themselves, but that's by the by. And yeah, she lost the love for it a bit because somebody screwed her over a little tiny bit. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's not 100% my story to tell. But anyway, I am so happy that you're back doing your Hades. Because, yeah, it's a wasted talent that you have. You need to be able to stitch on Hades because you breeze through them. Yay! I'm super happy. Right, I'm going to mess about with my chat thing. I need to stop messing about with it. Live chat is on. Participation, message delay, none. Blocked words, community defaults. Oh, I don't know why that got stuck then. All messages. Hi, Elaine. And hi, Patty. Well, I've already been chatting to Patty. Patty, do you ever do tent stitch? I do, yes. My Deep Blue Sea piece is tent stitch. Most of mine are tent stitch, to be fair. I've said it a few times and I'll say it again. Apologies to those that have already heard. But this piece, I bought the full kit from Haid. So I wanted to give it the full cross stitch experience type thing. So the fabric came from Haid, the threads, the pattern. So yeah, I wanted to do proper full cross stitch. Joe, thank you. And next year I'm coming for cat cuddles for sure. You are, definitely. Even if I have to get Oliver to drive down and pick you up with me in the car, obviously. And I will find your address because I haven't got it at the moment, but I will get it. I'll get it off B. I'll just randomly show up your door, up at your door one day and be like, right, come on, Aaron, sorry, she's coming with me. Patty, have you ever done a video on how to tent stitch? I haven't because, and the only reason I haven't is because unfortunately there's a lot of keyboard warriors out there and my mental health cannot cope with negativity. I can in small doses, but I know for a fact my tent stitch is probably not the true way of doing tent stitch. I'm happy to do one. It would probably be a short, to be fair, because it doesn't really take too much explaining. But yeah, I feel like my how-to on to do Royal Rose, that was kind of my little method, so I didn't mind doing it on that. And I got quite a bit of hate for it, unfortunately. You guys have made it so much better with the positives, because I ignore the negatives now, but at the time it got me down. So yeah, tent stitch. To me, it is literally just doing cross stitch without finishing the cross. That's how I approach it. There's no rhyme or reason to where and how I stitch it. It is literally just up from the bottom left and then down the top right. All the way through my pattern. That is literally all I do for my tent stitch. But when I next do a live, if you go back onto my videos, there's quite a few videos where I did live on Deep Blue Sea and they're close-ups, so you can see how I do tent stitch. But I'd be happy to do one, I suppose. Hi Quinell. Why so much hate on the Royal Rose? I absolutely love it and use nothing else now. Oh, pleasure. It was just at the beginning, we choose to ignore those kinds of people. They're just people that are jealous or just have nothing better to do with their time than cause aggro for other people. I choose to ignore it now. I had some very good advice off of some friends to do with it. But I do try and avoid. Well, now I'm going to contradict myself a little bit because I suppose in a way I'm opening myself up to hate now just by doing a live. So, I should maybe get moderators. I think there's a thing where you get moderators and they kind of can, what's the word? Bypass it kind of thing. They'll see it first and delete it before I get a chance to see it, potentially. I'll look into it. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Quinell. DIN. Royal Rose is the process that kept me sane. Thank you for your initial tutorials. Yeah, I need to do a proper tutorial. That was a proper tutorial, but one of the videos went missing God knows what happened. So I need to do another pre-record potentially, or maybe do a live and then edit that live into parts. We'll see. We'll see. Quinnell, we love you, ignore it. Hugs from the US in state of VA. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Quinnell. Joe, Quinnell, it is crazy how much hate Ali and the rest of us get for using Royal Rose. Yeah. Is what it is, Joe. Sodom. It's not going to stop me. I will continue to stitch my Royal Rose. Elaine, I love doing Royal Rose, but it's the parking, having too many threads drive me potty. Well, yeah, no, I get that. And I guess the way you could potentially modify yours is to maybe finish below if it's not needed in the right tower. East tower that we call it, obviously. Yeah, instead of parking it below, only park it to the right, because then you're continuing to, if you don't like all the dangly threads, that's the only other thing I could potentially suggest. You'd have a lot of ending threads, I think, though. Or maybe do a 3 or 4 block instead of 2. I don't know. How do you tackle that? Obviously, it drives you potty with parked threads. Having too many threads drives me potty. I get quite a few, but these bobby things, they keep them nice and out of my way when I don't need them. So, for example, this lot, when I finish this tower, all this lot's going to go into a bobbies. Out of the way. I have one here ready. Patty, you're much better than the haters. F them. Yep, indeed. I try to be. I have my moments where I can be a little bit stressy, and who can't? It's life. But I try and be nice as much as possible. And if I do overstep any boundaries, I'm happy to hold my hands up and apologise and endeavour not to do things again. But I'm just me. 5K, park the car in Harvard Yard. Okay. Only park in the bottom instead of the right. Yep. Yeah, I can understand why it would potentially still get a bit daunting, park threads all over the place though. Because as you go to that next row, you still got a lot of threads parked to the side as well as underneath. Sean, I do your Royal Rose method, and I feel like it's the only thing that keeps me sane on the full coverage pieces with all the confetti stitches. So thank you for that. You're very welcome, Sean. Elaine, I'm going to wait for you to finish what you was trying to say, because looks like you're having a bit of a mare. Let's try and get some more stitching done. I'm so sorry, guys. I really did not know that you was all commenting. It did not come up. I did show you, so I wasn't telling porcupines. As I said before, I feel like when you haven't got many on your live, I can't see the problem in responding to everybody, or trying to at least respond to everybody. I mean, like now I've got 20. Sometimes it says that, and there's people that are probably watching it on 2 devices, because, you know, they could potentially be watching it on a TV or a tablet and also have it on their phone so that they can comment. So I try and halve that. I like to say, oh, I've got 10 people watching at least. So those 10 people deserve my responses at the end of the day. If I do ever get to the stage where I've got, like, say 300, doubtful, but 300 people actively watching and commenting on my live, yeah, I'll probably retract this whole statement and be like, I get it now, but it is frustrating to me when I'm commenting and feel like I'm being ignored. I'm sure people aren't deliberately doing it, but it's just how my brain works. That's why I try not to comment too much now, because if they are just super can't keep up, then it's best not to put my mind through that, because guarantee that's not what they're doing. But Elaine, when I work in my park threads in my tower, the other threads are in the way. Any tips? In the tower. So yeah, biggest tip I'd give you is just work from the bottom part thread, because then you can move the threads up. Let me try and show you what I mean. Let me just bring that over there. So let me just bring you a little touch closer. So my next tower, unfortunately, hasn't got a lot of colours, but this should still be able to show you what I mean. Is there any threads over here that I can use as an example? Right, so this tower, let's push that one down. Now you can't see it very close at the moment, but let me move those out of the way. That's to that tower. Move that out of the way. So obviously, stitching on this tower here, I would grab all those in that tower. So obviously, this side would already be stitched. Let me move that down a touchy. I know you can't see the lines, but these threads are one tower. Okay, so this tower is already stitched, or will have been, and potentially there might even be more. I always park my thread where it's first needed within that tower. So then when I come to stitch the tower, I can get all of my threads and I can just bung them up the top here out of the way, get my needle and just grab that first thread, because then all the stitches are out of the way, and then just stitch away. Once that one's done, I then grab the next one, stitch, because you'll be going down the tower if you're parked in the first available stitch. So these shouldn't get in your way. And then again, just keep grabbing the first above, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll try and do a more close-up video after I finish this tower. Let me know if that helps a little bit, Elaine, if you get what I mean. I'll leave that there just in case you don't, so that I can show you again with a closer-up. Just finish this tower. Let me know if that helps. And I'll get this tower done. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do the lives, so that I can try and help people with the method. And also just to catch up and chat with you guys while I'm stitching. A bit like a Zoom room, but less noise for me. I get to hold court. My mouth is extremely dry now though from all the nattering. I love my Zooms. Because you can just mute yourself, stitch away, earwig on other people's conversations, jump in when you feel like it. Super relaxed. I went in earlier and did some of my puzzle. I'll probably end up back in there after this. See what time we get done. I really want to try a TikTok, but I'm getting a bit tired, so I don't think it's wise to do one when I'm tired. Are you going to do? Let's try that one again. Put my teeth back in and go. Joe, are you going to be doing any Haid Stitch With Me lives then? Or pre-records, whichever. And which one are you stitching on at the moment? I can't believe you're stitching Hades again. Love it. I endeavour to stitch as much as you each day. That's why I miss you doing Hades, because I used to try and match how many stitches you did. Sometimes got close. But I would take advantage of you chattering away on Zoom and not stitching. Naughty, I know, but... When people used to be like, oh, show me this, show me that, show me, and all that. And you were showing away. I'd be sat there stitching, being like, yes, I can catch up with her. Oh, dear. Guilty pleasures. 3860. That's if you're still here. That's if you're still here, obviously, Joe. If you're not and you're watching it later, it don't matter, because I'll probably count you on Zoom and know what you're stitching. Elaine, Brill, thank you. Gonna give parking a go on new project. Brilliant. So yeah, like you say, park that thread in the first available stitch that you'll be doing as if you're stitching the tower, because then you won't have any threads in the way, because you'll be working from the bottom parked thread, working down the tower. I feel like some people get the working down the tower muddled. With the parking, you're still working down the tower. It's fine. You can just bung those threads out of the way. And then when I work the parked threads, it depends on what mood I'm in. If I run out of thread on the current colour, I might just go to the next, I might mark the stitches off that I did and go to the next parked thread. Or I might get that colour and finish those stitches in that tower. Obviously, if I decide to do all the parked threads first, whether I run out. What am I on about? What are you on about, Ali? Yeah, so parked threads stitched first. Sometimes, if I run out of the thread for the symbols that are needed to be stitched in that tower, sometimes I will get the new piece of thread and finish that colour, and sometimes I'll come back to it when all the part threads are stitched. You'll know exactly what I mean when you start stitching this method. Do you still have your cats? I do. Yes, I have all three still. Tigger did appear in the video earlier. Let me see if I can show you where he is. He is currently laid at the bottom of the bed. There he is. Tiger Lily is in her little bowl thing. I don't know if you can see her because I can't see the screen now. And Trixie Cat is laid underneath the table. Joe, yes, can do. I'm stitching on Magic Rose. What did I ask? I shouldn't do lives because my memory is terrible. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be doing some lives or pre-records? We could do a live together. How cool would that be? There was a thing on mine that said invite. Oh, that would be awesome. I'm going to try that next time. I sent you a message. Yeah, I'm just about to read it. But to be honest, I'm just slowly getting back to Hades and not doing my usual stitching, working my way back to my crazy stitching. Whatever works for you. That's basically what I've been doing as well, when you think about it. I'm sat here doing puzzles sometimes. Not always stitching. It'll cry out to you soon, don't you worry. Count me in. Awesome. That's a picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's a lot of reds and greens and blues. That's cool. How cool is that, peeps? Hi, Max. Evening all, just a quick visit. Going to look at Staffy tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be coming home. Hope you're well. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, Max. Joe, count me in. Yes, we need to do a joint live. I will look into it. Magic Rose, that one was called, people, just so you know. Oh, I just noticed Celia had put, I think I was the original rebel. She was. What else we got going on here? Oh, Needlebugs uploaded a video 2 hours ago. People want to check that one out. Mad Morty and the Brom. They've uploaded, it was 19 hours ago, but still. Flossmas 7 and 8. Flossmas. How cool. I love the little quirky names people come up with. Flossmas. Teresa Little Stitcher uploaded November Floss Tube. That's 2 days ago. Oh, Mad Morty and the Brom. They've uploaded a few videos actually. Stitching Mummy. Bailey Sarian. I love watching Bailey Sarian. Unfortunately, she's not quite as active as what she used to be. I think she still does, I want to say, a fortnightly murder mystery makeup. But she started to do, oh, what's it called? It's a different thing now. It's still murder mystery, but it's not quite the same as her murder mystery and makeup. Stitching Mummy, Needlebug. Who else is there? Kel Stitches. Obviously Jojo, which is the Cats and Cross Stitch. So I've got a couple of videos to catch up on. Awesome. Oh, 3 days ago. Oh, yours is a Flossmas, Joe. Cats and Cross Stitch uploaded Flossmas Day 4. Oh, the beautiful cats. My rocket. Anyway, sorry people, got carried away there. Catch you all later. We'll show pics if we get him. Okay. That wasn't at you. It's a two fake. Fingers crossed, Max. I'm really behind on Bailey. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, let me go on her channel. What's it called now? Oh, 12 minutes ago. Is that an... Yeah. So 12 minutes ago, she uploaded a murder, mystery and makeup Monday. Obviously, it's Monday today. So yeah, that was 12 minutes ago. She's already had 4.3k views. That just goes to show how big she is. Not, you know what I mean, how many followers she has. What's the other thing called that she does now that I'm not 100% keen on, but still have it on in the background? Murder mystery, dark history. She does, yeah, all sorts of random dark history, as the title says. It's still good, but I don't know. I just feel like I started with her murder mystery and makeup, and yeah, I don't like change. She says after leaving someone after 6 years. I must be getting better, right? Right. Let's stitch the rest of this before I run way too far over on this live. What colour are we on? 372. Did I end it? Or did I just plonk it somewhere? I thought I plonked it somewhere when I did that. Oh no, it's a new colour. That's right. We're back on track. 840. Apologies for the coughing. As I say, I went to London on Friday and it rained. I've had a cough for about 3 months, to be fair. I think it's just stress. I went from smoking bacca to fags, back to bacca, back to fags again, which hasn't helped. Stress, run down. But then I feel like being out in the rain hasn't helped. I enjoyed every minute of it though. Absolutely enjoyed it. It was so good. Went to this gay bar after. It's called Halfway to Heaven. Oh, it was so funny. Such a great night. Definitely go again. Oliver was like, he was all for it. He was because it was already paid for. I'd already paid for it. I was originally meant to be going with another friend, but she had to cancel on me. So I invited Oliver, obviously, as a new beau. And he said yes, which is massive green flag, because none of my exes have ever gone away with me, it feels. Apart from one, maybe. So yeah, he came with me, and when I mentioned about a gay bar, as much as he was like, yeah, no problem, we'll do whatever you want to do, he broke it to me that he was a little bit dubious over it. But he's glad he did it with me, because he had a really good time. He really enjoyed it. So yeah. I said, in future, please be honest with me. If you're not 100% keen, then tell me. But then saying that, I'm a fairly good judge of fun nights. So maybe don't tell me, because I might say, okay, we won't go, and then we'll be missing out on that fun night that we did have. So anyway, we had a great time. It was brilliant. If you're ever in London, I really would suggest to check out Halfway to Heaven. It's reasonable priced as well. You know, it's not extortionate. Especially if they're on a weekend. I would suggest maybe getting there a little bit early, because there was quite a bit of a queue, but we managed to get in. We got lucky, got to sit down. Everything just seemed to click into place. We could have potentially been stood the whole time, which still would have been fun, but maybe not quite as much as what we did have, because as we walked down the steps, because it's like in a basement area, and as we walked down the steps, these two women were just leaving this cubicle bit. So there was one cubicle where we ended up sat near the escape route, the toilets, and the bar was just round the corner. And then there was a couple more seated areas the other side of the room, and then the rest was just a dance floor. So if we hadn't have got down when we did, we might have been stood on the dance floor with people all around us, and I don't think I would have enjoyed that. So yeah, anyway, it all fell into place. We got down the stairs, these two women were just leaving, and the security guard was like, you sit there. And everyone saw him say that, so no one dived to the seat. So yeah, we got sat down in this nice little booth. While I was outside queuing, there was these three lads in front of us, and they had just come round from the bar, and they were dancing and stuff. And there was so much room in this booth that I was like, come on, come sit down. Jason, oh my God, that's so bad. Shh, don't tell him. I doubt he'll watch this. Oliver, anyway, Ollie moved over, and then this lad comes, sat next to me, very dancey, very performative, bless him. Had such a laugh with them. Oh my God, it was hilarious. So yeah, it was a great night. Literally everything just seemed to click into place. And then when we left, me and Ollie just took a nice little stroll back to the hotel. Hotel was lovely. And then, like I say, Birmingham, train cancellations were a nightmare, but we got through it. But yeah, I feel like being outside a lot, being wet, dry, windy, it's really not helped my chest. All the singing. But like I say, this week is going to be recovery mode. Now, for the fact that I literally just nearly said Jason when it was Oliver that was with me, there is a reason for that, and it is not because he's still on my mind. It is because I was just about to mention about the stand again. This is wobbling, but I'm going to show you why. So that's why I just boo-booed there. I'm going to let myself off. Excuse the mess that you might potentially see. So yeah, it is literally on top of a plastic storage box. So yeah. That is why I nearly said Jason. It was in my head to have that next conversation. Not that I have to explain myself to you, but I will. Just in case Oliver does happen to watch this. I don't think he will. If he does, love you. Where are we? We'll show pics, fingers crossed. All that matters. I'm glad to see it. Oliver makes you happy and brilliant with your cats. He is. He's great with my cats. That was always a deal breaker. If the cats didn't like him, see ya. My cats always come first. Jasper just gave me a fright. Wasn't supposed to be back tonight, so wondered who was opening my door. Oh, God. Patty, talk to you next time. Thanks for the lives. Thank you for joining us, Patty. I really, really appreciate it. And for commenting. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be shooting off soon anyway, because I literally have 2 stitches left of this new colour, which is 317. 317. So yeah, I feel like we ran off on a little bit of a tangent then. I was actually just on about my cough. I get so waylaid. My brain, I don't know anymore. Is what it is. If you don't like it, there's the door. I just, yeah, it's got to do me, unfortunately. I like to think me isn't a bad person, so I will waffle away. That a one. And then we're going to park it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Parked. And that's that tower done. Took about an hour, which is about right. Normally for me. Well, without the nattering, I probably would have got it done in about 50 minutes, but now, how am I going to do another one? After I come off this live. When am I going to be back on live as well? I'll be glad when I get my computer sorted, because I feel like I'll be able to do it with Studio. No, it's not Studio. YouTube is Studio. That app that I use to do my lives, whatever it's called. I think it's just called Studio, actually. Yeah. I'm thinking if I can get my laptop set back up, I might be able to go live on YouTube and Twitter at the same time. I'm not sure how it works. More research. It's all good. What I could potentially do is do a YouTube live on a Monday and a Twitter live. I don't know what day. Probably be a Thursday. So every Monday and every Thursday, there'll be some form of live. Whether it be here or over on Twitter. Not Twitter. Bloody Twitter. I don't use Twitter. TikTok, even. Have I been saying Twitter the whole video? It's TikTok. So, yeah. We'll see. I think with my TikTok live, I can actually share it to my YouTube. So, after it's finished, though, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. TIN. This one worked pretty well. Lovely. Cool. Like I say, if you look back on my other videos, normally I've got a camera like this, and then I've got a camera set up above my stitching, so there's like 2 screens. It's like one screen with the stitching and it's zoomed in, and then I'm plonked in there in a little window. But I don't know if my 5G would be able to handle all of those FPS bits going on. So we'll see. When we get the laptop set up, we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll just go back to doing it this way. Because, as you say, it works pretty well anyway. And then for those that do want the close-up videos, I'll have to just do pre-records for them. Or look into the whole music logistics of YouTube. And I could potentially go live with music in the background as opposed to me nattering. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, my lips are really dry. What did I do with my lip salt? I know I had it because I took it to my mother's. Not a paid product, so I'm not showing you what I'm putting on my lips. But they are very chapped from the wind and the rain. Anyway, thank you all for... Oh, God. That was a bit naughty. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Like I say, I might... Well, not might. I am going to do a TikTok, not Twitter, a TikTok live Thursday and see how it goes. It might not go very well. It might not work. It might be rubbish. So if it is, I'll just hop straight back onto YouTube because I know this has been working. It'll be about the same time, I think, seeing as this has worked okay. Although, saying that, I don't know. Keep an eye on my Facebook. I'll post it in my groups as well as my main Facebook. See, I need to go. As well as my main Facebook. I'm going to go because my words are just bleh. So, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you Thursday or Monday. Speak to you all soon. Love you all. Not as much as Chris.